Growing up, he experienced a moment straight out of the Sandlot. Harper was getting ready to play for Team USA, but he didn't have a bat, so he borrowed one from his dad.
Okay.
The bat was autographed by Pete Rose. His dad wiped the autograph clean and told Bryce to use it. The tag, and they got him! And that'll do it. Leading off, Anthony Volpe. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. Picked in the dirt, but he beats it. What an effort that time.
No problem beating out the infield hit right there. Good hustle getting down the line. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Double play ball to second. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe. It's Aaron Judge now.
Aaron Judge.
Ground ball left side, could be two. Lifts to second, that's one. Back to first, and that is a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Here's Cody Bellinger. And the pitch a little bit low, ball one. Swing and a ground ball. The throw to first, and Bellinger is out. Back in New York, all set for the start of the inning. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Nick Castellanos. Cole back to work. Swings through that one for strike one. Cole measures 6 feet 4 inches. More than 100 career wins on the mound, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit. Misses the ball, and it falls in. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Over to Goldie. One out in the second.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
Jazz tosses to first, and Real Mutil is out. 2 outs, base is empty. This is Bryson Stott. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Fly ball center field. Bellinger sizing it up. Makes the grab. And that is that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this. Back for more from the Bronx. Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. Pitch misses there, and that's ball one.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
That's out to center field. Marsh moves under it. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. Ground ball to Bohm. Whips it to first. 2 away.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Paul Goldschmidt stands in now and watches strike one. The wide to kick the pitch. And that one is lifted in the air. Castellanos gets under it. And the inning is over. Nothing across. Top half of the third inning. And now the center fielder, Brandon Marsh. Up the middle, Volpe. Fires to first on the run. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning. Singy, that was a close play, and it looks like they're considering challenging the safe call.
Really close, Boog, and tough to tell in real time. We weren't sure, so you really can't blame them for wanting to take another look.
Ladies
Another
and
look at it.
The Yankees
Singer,
are
you seeing
challenging
enough
the
to change the
previous
call?
play.
Yeah, I think so, Boog.
And Kyle Schwarber will come up. In there at the knees.
Well, we're expecting to see strikeouts in this one. Cole is in the 2,000 strikeout club and only needed around 1,700 innings to get there. You know, only Chris Sale and Pedro Martinez needed fewer innings to reach 2,000 strikeouts.
Judge makes the grab, and there are 2 outs. Trey Turner at the plate. Doubled his first time up. That's in there. That's strike 1. 2 outs, base is empty. And that one in the air center field. Bellinger sizes this one up. Hauls it in to end the inning. As we go to the last of the third, and stepping in for the Yankees, Jason Dominguez. On the ground to the left, Turner. Over to first. Great pick.
Good stretch there to make the play. It looks like someone added a little yoga to their daily routine, if you ask me.
Oswaldo Cabrera in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. Next offering is downstairs. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
And there's a hit. So the 1-out hit turns the lineup over.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
To third, and it stays fair. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Sizzling on its way to the outfield. And they hold the runner at third, but the bases are loaded now with 1 out. Aaron Judge at the plate. Golden opportunity right here. There's the strike.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Hit on the ground, might be 2. Over to second for 1. And they bounce into 2 already. This one ends. Back here in New York, and here's the first baseman, Bryce Harper. Drilled out towards left center field. Dominguez on the move. And makes the grab. And there's 1 away.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Bellinger makes the grab.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
2 outs. And that one popped in the air left field. Dominguez makes the grab, and that's the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom 4, so now the Yankees cleanup hitter, Cody Bellinger. The first one to Bellinger is in for a strike. Siggy, this is a guy that grew up in big league clubhouses, and it's something that you see throughout the game. sons whose fathers also played the majors. And Bellinger is out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. And that one finds its way through. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
Stanton at first, one gone. That one ripped right center field. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. This one popped up. Harper. He's got it. And that ends the inning. The Yanks lead. Ready now for the 5th inning. Now the left fielder, Max Kepler. Cole back to work. Right side. And that chance handled. On to first. One up, one down. Singing 4 homers in 22 games at Old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember?
Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in one game. And, before that game in the clubhouse, there was a gentleman there who owned a suit company there in downtown Manhattan. And he said to me, "Hey, kid, you hit a home run in the game tonight. Come over to the store tomorrow and I'll give you a free suit."
Stop. Batting for the 2nd time. And that's strike 1. And that one lifted in the air center field. Bellinger makes the catch, and that'll do it. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez. In the air center field. Marsh moves under it. Makes the grab, one away. So digging in, Oswaldo Cabrera. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So that will bring up the top of the order with 1 away. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. He's 2 for 2. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Throw, tag, out. A bullet from JT Realmuto. On the ground. Stott over to first in time. Out number 3. And we're back. Top of the 6th inning. Here's the center fielder, Brandon Marsh. That misses, and that is ball 1.
For you growing up in New York City, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3 plate appearances and then hurt his shoulder diving for Deion Sanders inside the park home run. That's probably the most memorable game that I ever attended as a fan at Old Yankee Stadium. In the air, out towards left center. Bellinger makes the grab. So they go quietly. Back in the Bronx, and the batter now, Jazz Chisholm Jr. On the ground, right side. Stop. Over to first. 1 away, bottom of the 6th. Here comes Aaron Judge. 0 for 2 in this one. Outside low, and it's 1-0.
Well, in terms of hitting rocket home runs, Judge is near the top of that list. Only Giancarlo Stanton has hit more with greater exit velocity than Judge. Look out, though. Shohei is quickly climbing those charts.
The center fielder, number 35.
And here comes Bellinger. He's grounded out a couple of times.
Bellinger.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture.
Over to Turner for one. Double play. They can't seem to break. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, we go to the top of the 7th. Here's Harper now. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
Brings it in, and there's one down. Nick Castellanos at the plate now. 1 for 2. Fastball is outside. Up the middle. Finds its way through, base hit. And they have their first base runner since the 2nd inning. And here comes Alec Boehm. Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. There's one. Over to first, safe. Now batting Max Kepler. His homer earlier is responsible for the only runs they've scored in this one.
Yeah, forget small ball. They're kind of living and dying by the long ball so far in this one.
Goldie. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Set for the last half of the 7th. Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. The Yankees looking to rally. And that one is downstairs. And 1-1. Hit on the ground to short. Trey Turner gloves it. 1 up, 1 down.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Paul Goldschmidt now. Out to short, Turner. Not in time. He's safe.
Couple of singles back-to-back. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Now back.
Next to him, Jason Dominguez. And that one is in for a strike at 95. It's 0-1. Sack bunt towards third. And a foul ball. Up the middle. Stop. And there's 2 away.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
That one lifted to left. Kepler brings it in, and that is the inning. Back at Yankee Stadium, and now it is JT Realmuto. Ground ball up the middle, and it's through for a hit. And a good start to the inning. And now Bryson Stott. And there's a strike. Trying to move him over here. Goldie. And that's a bunt single. That was placed perfectly. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. Puts a bunt down. Cabrera. Now the throw to first on the run. And they get the out. Here comes Schwartz to the plate. 0 for 3 in this one.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order. Trey Turner with a chance now. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. One runs in. Runner at third puts on the brakes. Bases still loaded and still only 1 away. Here comes Bryce Harper. And there's a foul ball. This one in the air, center field. Bellinger right there to make the grab. Runners tagging from second and third. He'll score on the sac fly, and they're up by 4.
Well, these players understand how important each run is, especially as you get closer to the end of the ball game. Nice job right there to get that runner in from third and add a little insurance.
Drops into the glove, and that is that. So 2 runs on. Back now in the Bronx. Now it's the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. And a bunt towards third. And foul ball. Bunting, and he pops it up. Wheeler makes the catch, and there's 1 gone. Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. To the right side, stop. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. That misses the zone. Ball 1. That one laced to center and a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. And that misses.
That's a ball.
And that's ball 1. Judge off of first with 2 away. Ripped to short. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly.
He's in there.
And here is Giancarlo Stanton. 1 for 3. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. First and second, 2 down. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Out to short, and he can't come up with it. Still finds a way to get off a throw. Too late, and the runner is safe, and the misplay costs him. Now the catcher up to hit, Austin Wells. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Kepler in position. He makes the grab, and the inning is over. Back for more from the Bronx. Now the third baseman, Alec Bohm. Cole back to work. Tapped softly on the ground. Volpe zips it across, and the leadoff man retired here in the 9th. Max Kepler at the plate.
Good late bite on that slider. The hitter out in front rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
1 out, bases empty. Not close with that one. And the count 1-2.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
And there's a ball. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Now this is in the air down the line. Judge has it sized up. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. 2 down, base is empty. JT Realmuto stands in for the Phillies. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. That one's upstairs, ball 1. That's to third. Slings it across, and that is that. Back in New York, and Paul Goldschmidt will come up to hit. That's off the mark. Ball one.
Tired or not, he's relentless with the way he pitches. He might be exhausted out there, but his stuff is still nasty.
Out to short. One out, bottom of the ninth. He's 2 outs away. And the batter now, Jason Dominguez. Smoked on the ground to second. Stott over to first in time. Now only 1 out remaining. Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. Hit to right, and that should do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Phillies get a shutout on the mound.
It has become increasingly difficult to throw a complete game shutout because of all of the offensive prowess that these hitters are showing around the league today. But he had total command of this game, and he saw it all the way through to the end. Nice win.
A 4-0 shutout in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.